Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to the world's most pointless podcast with myself, Simon Williams, and Dean the Protein Lesiak. We are back. We have had a week off. I say we, me. I've been ill. I am still ill. But, I'm a soldier. I soldier through these podcasts, even though I had a week off. But yeah, I am dying from pneumonia. I quite literally got pneumonia. And Dean kindly pointed out to me this week when I sent him photos of my drugs, my prescriptions, that what I was prescribed was what, Dean? Would you want to tell everybody?
I think you went to the wrong place. You might have gone to the clinic instead, because the antibiotics that they give you, they do chuck them out for pneumonia, but they also give them to people with chlamydia. So maybe you had that.
So yeah, I didn't realize. I thought chlamydia was just in the genital area. I didn't realize I've got throat and lung chlamydia. So yeah, I am on. Was it doxycycline?
Doxy, I can't say the word.
Something like that. And I can't even get it out. Omeprazole. So I don't know, but apparently that other drug isn't even for what I've got. It's because the antibiotic is so fucked up, it fucks your stomach up that much. You have to take another drug with it.
Yeah, well, basically, all antibiotics is whether they hit different things, but it's like chucking napalm in your gut. It just boom, it wipes everything out. So all the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, boom.
It's funny you should say that.
It heals you, but it fucks you at the same time.
It is funny you should say that, because I literally messaged Shannon yesterday, my lady, and I was like, babe, my stomach is really killing. Like, I'm cramping up really bad. And she's like, babe, you sure you don't need a poo? And I'm like, babe, it's not that feeling. You know that feeling, don't you? Like, oh, it's like it's gurgling if you know it's gonna be bad. But it wasn't. It was like when you've been sick, you've thrown up, but there's nothing left, and your stomach's just doing that.
Retching. It hurts.
Yeah, I hadn't even been sick, but my stomach, it was like, oh, she's like, just go try and have a poo, babe. And I'm like, I don't need a poo. It's not, I haven't got the shits, babe.
Well, so you've been so ill you had to go to the hospital and get medication.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing everybody's been ill at the minute. A lot of flu going around, which is going to pneumonia on the lungs. And I haven't been ill. Why is that? I refuse to be fucking ill.
Right. We've just had this conversation where Dean's told me he refuses to be ill. Now, I love that mantra in life. Like, I refuse to be poor. Now I'm still poor. I'm still.
I need to learn that one. But no, I don't just say I refuse to be ill. I do a lot of things to stop myself from becoming ill, which we can get onto later if you'd like.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so if you're interested in how Dean hasn't been ill in the last, was it 7 years?
6-7 years, yeah.
Not had a cold, not a bug, nothing in 6-7 years. If you're interested in that and how he does that, stick around to the end, and you'll find out. We'll literally pick his brain apart for anything and everything that you need.
Yeah.
But today, on today's episode 3, if you haven't seen the last two, on the last one we've just done, which was just over a week ago, Frankie Fod is on there. That's my sister. So go check that out. But today we're doing text messages within the family. So these are like fucked up text messages that have been screenshot and posted on the internet. As usual, guys, I get all my funny shit from boredpanda.com. And we're going to kick off today with a message that's been sent from, it doesn't say a son or a daughter, but it's been sent to a parent. Are you ready, Dean?
Go on. You always put me on the spot. I never know what's coming. So it's
this
great.
Is why this is so funny.
Yeah, I have what you just said about text messages in the family. After this one, I have a real one that that my missus received. I'll go into that after this one.
Oh, don't know if right. I kind of want to know now. Right. Okay. So this is a text message from a son or a daughter sent to mum or dad. I'm guessing mum. Why did you tell your dad and I that WAP stood for wings and pizza? It does not stand for that. Very disappointed. We invited our friends over for a WAP night, thinking it meant wings and pizza.
You need to explain. I'm old, I'm stupid. I don't know what WAP is. What does WAP mean?
There was a very popular song a couple of years ago. It blew up on TikTok called WAP, and it basically means wet ass pussy.
Oh,
That get a bucket and a butt and a wet ass pussy. Yeah, that. So
who did she invite around?
she invited family members around for a WAP night, for a wet ass pussy night, thinking it meant it's a wings and pizza night.
Finger looking good.
Stitched right up there.
Well, I suppose it depends on how many of the family members know the true meaning. Because I'm old and stupid. I don't even know.
You didn't know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, imagine if you did know and still turned up.
Yeah, that's weird.
And
That's
didn't
weird.
question it. You're like, oh, this is a bit inbred, that.
See, I wouldn't turn up because I'm just thinking, well, fucking wings, a bit of bone and skin. At least bring some meat along.
Yeah, but Dean, you'd turn up with like liquid tuna and a pint glass or something. You would gain.
Oh, that's the old me. Never again. Never
Right.
again.
This next one, I quite like this one. So they receive a message and it says, "Do you want beef tonight at 6?" They reply, "What the fuck? Who's this? Don't text me saying shit trying to be a big man when your number isn't even saved in my phone, so you clearly don't know me. It's Grandma. I have a new phone, Maddie. I was only asking what you wanted for dinner. Please do not be like this."
Oh my god! Like, how did they? Was it he or she? How did they read it? Like,
I mean, it's a gran and a granddaughter, Maddie.
daughter. Okay.
But the granddaughter's read it as, "What the fuck? Who's this? Don't text me saying shit trying to be a big man when your number isn't even saved on my phone, so you clearly don't know me."
Okay, poor grandma. And all I'm seeing
They
is,
flexed on.
where are these people from? Where are they living? Because like, who replies like that? I want to be out of the ghetto. Like, fuck you! I don't want beef. You gotta be a big man, you know. Like, what? Who says that? And this is a girl. If I was Gran, I'd be around there with my stick, fucking smacking it over her head.
So yeah, so what you're saying is Gran actually was just offering beef as a dinner, as a meat option. Now you're saying Gran needs to go around and bring beef.
Yes.
Yeah, she needs
for
to.
reals. Teach the fucking grandchildren how to talk properly.
She's the new top Gran.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, fairs. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Next one, I quite like this one. This is a text message from a father to their son. I love it. It's brilliant. I wish my dad was around to send me this text. It's quite funny. It's amazing when you think how a microscopic sperm and a microscopic egg turn into a giant twat like you.
I like him.
I love it. I absolutely love that one. That is something my dad would have sent me. Yeah, probably a bit more X-rated than that. Not X-rated. That sounds a bit more R-rated.
A bit more graphic and hurtful.
A bit more, yeah. A bit more dark humor. I think that's humor light.
But yeah, that's kind of probably. I'm trying to be a better person, but it's the kind of thing that I would say, to be honest.
I mean, if you had a son or a daughter, because daughters can be twats as well, there's no bias on here, would you send that?
No, definitely not. I'm being a better person, and I really believe in how you talk to your child, especially consistently. It's going to have a massive effect subconsciously on how they think about themselves. So you should really encourage your children and don't call them massive twats.
Unless they're being a massive twat and they need to be told they're being a twat.
Yeah. Then you don't have to say you're a twat. You say you're acting like a fucking twat. Stop it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's what you can't argue with that, can you? I mean, why not? Oh, I love this one. Dean, you're gonna love this one.
Go on.
I promise you'll love this one.
Oh, will I though?
Mum is texting son. Mum is this is brilliant. I absolutely love this one. I need to meet her. You'll want to meet her after there. Mum, are you on drugs? Son, no. Oh, you're going to have no cool stories when you're older. Mum, stop pressuring me to do drugs.
This reminds me. Have you seen that guy who dresses up in the Batman outfit and makes loads of videos? Now he's got a huge following.
The
He
dad
just
Batman.
walks around in the most badass fucking Batman suit you could ever see. He's like paid thousands of pounds for it, and he just does random shit as Batman, and he talks like Batman too.
Have you seen Dad Batman? Because it sounds like that, where he's just in the corner of the screen.
Oh no!
He shouts at his kids as Batman.
No. He was hilarious. This guy he looks like Batman at the movie.
Right. Okay.
He's sat on the couch. He's sat on the couch watching TV as Batman. Son comes in. Dad, can I go to a party? And he's like, what do you want to go to a party for? He said, well, it's the party. He says, are you gonna drink? He's like, no, Dad. Are you gonna do drugs? No, Dad. Are you gonna sleep with women? No, Dad. Well, what the fuck do you want to go for then? He's hilarious.
You fucking nerd.
Best dad ever. And in this case, that's the best mom ever.
I just love it. Are you on drugs? No. Boo, you're going to have no cool stories when you're older. Mom, stop pressuring me to do drugs.
You should try everything once and be open-minded.
I mean, not everything. I wouldn't try heroin once.
Yeah, I wouldn't, to be honest. But
I mean,
you should be open to more. I assess the situation, right? Like, there's not many drugs that I've taken myself, but I look at the factors that what does the drug do for you? How harmful is it? And is it addictive? So if it's harmful,
more of a risk reward.
Yeah, if it's harmful and addictive, I have no interest. So something like heroin, you know, like that shit ton of bricks is going to come down, and if you start taking that regular, your whole life's fucked. So that's a complete no-go to me. Something like DMT, I've never tried it. Really, really want to, because it's not harmful. You're going to have this amazing spiritual awakening, crazy shit fucking trip that you're going to go off out the universe and whatever. And it's going to change your life for the better. I think everybody in the world should try that. It's not harmful.
Have you done it yet?
No, but I can't wait to.
I feel I have that bad anxiety. I'd have my anxiety to be that bad leading up to it. I'd fuck up my own trip. It'd just turn dark quick.
Oh shit. I think you need to be in the right environment with a proper guide.
Mate, it took me like an hour to pluck up some courage to do my first line. Back in the day.
God, I tried that once.
I was so scared in my head. Like I couldn't say anything in front of all my mates and that. But in my head, I'm like, am I gonna die? Like I've seen it on Pulp Fiction where she sniffs the wrong fucking drug. But I'm thinking like, shit, are they gonna inject adrenaline in my heart? Am I gonna be flipping out at this party? Like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah, I see cocaine as like absolute no-go. One, I can't put anything up my fucking nose. It's extremely expensive. The effects don't last very long. So a better substance would be some kind of fucking amphetamine, ephedrine, speed base. You're going to get a much longer, better experience for...
And a better calorie burn. Better calorie burn, innit? Yeah.
Burn a bit of muscle, burn a bit of fat.
Yeah.
Jobs are done. Chat some shit. Dehydrate yourself. Drugs are bad. We're not encouraging drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yes, don't. We've tried them, some of them, and we say they're not worth it. It's not worth it.
Well, debatable. A little bit of MDMA now and then.
Yeah, Dean, let's not get demonetized before we get monetized.
Eh? Have the night of your life, but you feel like crap for days after. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
On next week's podcast, we'll be over on Rumble because we'll be banned from YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I have got a text from a dad to the mum.
Go for it.
So the first part of the message is from the wife. Okay. Today was International Women's Day. Why didn't you send me any nice flowers? Dad replies, you're not international, you're domestic. I did send flowers to a random woman in Albania.
Oh my God. Okay, she asked for that. Like this International Women's Day bullshit. Why do we need a day to appreciate women? You should appreciate your woman every single day and do shit for them.
Oh, you called that back well.
Well, no,
I was wondering where
my
you were going with that. Well done, Dean. Well, I'm just going to take a moment.
there's too many feminists out there that are so just into fucking it's all about women and we're being treated shit. If you look at it, okay, if you live in the Far Eastern world, I completely agree with you because it's a fucking shit world for the women over there. You get treated like shit. You can't do anything. It's disgusting. Over here and in America and the Western world, women have all the fucking power if they know how to use it. It's the guys that get screwed over. The women can just fucking look pretty, flash the tits, get away with everything.
Pussy power.
Yeah, in court and shit like that. They always get favor of the kids and stuff, no matter what the situation, unless it's terrible. Women have a lot of power. So what is all the bullshit about?
You know what? Now you've mentioned that, there's one thing that grates on me with stuff like that. And you might agree, you might not. And I'd like to know your guys' comments as well. What pisses me off is, let's say a couple have broken up. They've got a kid or 2 kids or 12 kids, doesn't matter. They've got kids. 9 times out of 10, the guy moves out, yeah? First place he's going to go naturally is you're going to go home, aren't you? You're going to go to your mum's place or your dad's place because there'll be a little setup there, maybe a spare room.
I'm sleeping in the car.
Well, most of the time that happens. But then what pisses me off is it'll be women saying, oh, he's not financially contributing. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Oh, I couldn't get with a guy that still lives with his mum. Why is he living with his mum? Because did he give up the house and all the belongings in the house for you and the kids? I'm just putting that. It just really pisses me off when it's like, I can't go with a guy that's living with his mum's house. Why is he there? What woman put him there? Is he paying your bills still? Do you know, he's on the direct debits and you're saying, why aren't you paying child support? Because he's paying your fucking rent, sweetheart.
Yeah. There's 2 sides to that story, and there are guys in that situation. You gotta fucking feel for them, and they're gonna get the shit end of the stick.
There are guys that just
lived in their mum's basements all their life and never moved out and never even had a girlfriend.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess you're gonna have to ask the guy, what's the situation? Why are you at your mum's? Are you planning to stay there or get your own fucking place? I guess every situation is different, isn't it? But
yeah. So yeah. I feel good for getting that off my chest.
No, good, because you know what? I know a lot of guys, good guys, that have broke up with a shitty partner. They use the kids against the guy. He gets screwed over. He gets chucked out. He's got fucking bills coming out of his asshole in child maintenance. She's just rubbing her hands like, what more can I get out of this bastard?
Yeah.
And they treat them like shit. And I'm sounding very sided towards men here. I'm on about a very small majority of shitty women. Yeah. There are some awesome women out there, and they get fucked over too. But
yeah, 100%.
The courts in this country seem to be in the favor of the woman, keeping the children with the women. But there are some women out there that are not fit to be mothers, and the dads are.
Sometimes. That's where the feminist movement should step in and say, well, no, actually, we don't want to be stay-at-home moms. We want more stay-at-home dads. And then we'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, yeah, if you're going to go out work all day and pay for all the bills, I'll happily
meet us halfway. We're with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mate, we could fix the world if we
could.
Give a shit.
We could.
Right. It's a bit of a poem on this one. I quite like this one. I quite like the ending.
Is it in rhyme?
It's a bit of a shit poem, but they've tried, and you can see why they've tried. Okay. From the top, this is from the guy, so I'm guessing, let's say husband to wife. From the deepest ocean floor to the highest, brightest star, my love for you stretches near and far. But that's just the beginning, and there is no end, because my heart aches eternally for you, my true love, my very best friend.
Oh.
She replies, you forgot to thaw the chicken, didn't you? Yes. He spent more effort and time making a fucking poem than going home pulling the chicken out the freezer.
you know, there are some nice guys out there that that are in touch with their feminine side and they understand women and they do
Yeah.
things like that just to being fucking nice.
Yeah.
But this guy is a perfect example of a cunt that only being nice when he fucks up. Because obviously she jumped straight to you fucked up.
Yeah.
Why are you being nice? You
yeah,
fucked up.
yes, yeah, that's it. The bit that got me was there was no kisses. And I've seen this. I've had this conversation with a few people. And I'm going to bring this up with you. So I did a TikTok when TikTok first came out. And it kind of went viral at the time. It was about 120 odd thousand views. And what I said in this TikTok was, if you get 3 or more kisses, this was just my opinion, you've got a really good relationship. Everything's going well. It's probably in the first couple of years of the relationship as well. You know, when you just can't tap kisses enough. Do you know what I mean? You're just filling up lines and lines.
It becomes a competition who can put the most kisses.
Yeah. And then you're like, hang on, that's 2 less than before. Is everything okay, babe? Like, you've only sent 47 kisses. It was 49 nearly. Do you know what I mean? Then it's like you get 1 or 2 kisses. To me, if I got that, I'm like, I fucked up. Something's gone wrong. I need to figure out what's gone wrong. And this is what I said in the TikTok. If you get 1 kiss, you've definitely fucked up. You didn't figure out from 3 kisses, you know, at 1 kiss, you are fucked for the rest of the day. Doesn't matter. There's no clawing it back. She sent you 3 kisses instead of 12. That's when you should have triggered, I fucked up. But you haven't. So now you get either no kisses, which means it's not even worth going home at this point. I'd probably start planning a new future with somebody else. And there's 2 others. There's 2 others. And if you receive either of these 2, one is an emoji and one is a single letter, then your relationship is over. If you get just a thumbs up or the letter K, you're fucked. You're done, mate. Your life is fucking over. Your life ain't worth living no more.
You know, I agree to a lot of that. I have my own set. I guess everybody has their own set of kisses rules in their head.
Yeah.
And my kisses rules are: you do not ever send kisses to a female unless it's your missus. Because that shit's coming back on you sometime. And then she better not be sending kisses to any other guy.
That's interesting because I will put a kiss at the end of most of my messages to most people, even like, you know, like Scotty or some of my male friends. Like, I'll put a kiss on the end of that.
So this is where me and my missus, we have these debates. We get weirded out. Like, if a guy sends a guy with kisses, we're like, what the fuck? What's he do that for? What a weirdo. Why would you do that? And I get that many people, some people, they just do that to everybody and that's normal. Or some girls will always call you, you're right, babe. If some girl calls me, how you doing, babe? Fuck me. That's going off.
Yeah.
Can't have that. And you can't say to that girl, what you're doing is wrong. She's not doing any wrong. It's just the way she talks. She says that to everybody.
Yeah, I say
that to you, missus.
I say hun and beaut. I'm like, hey up beaut, you all right? Or hey up hun. And I can remember, I think me and my lady had a conversation about this because at first I don't think she was too keen on it. But for me, it's like Tourette's. Like I've said it for so long, I can't stop myself from saying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting. So how many kisses are you at for how long you've been together?
You know, I'm consistent. She always gets 3 kisses. Always.
Yeah.
Unless at the start of a relationship, you get 3 million.
Yeah.
But it's consistent 3. So what I get back is consistent with how she's feeling in the moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just got to understand that women are very emotional creatures.
You can gauge,
not a good or bad thing.
Yeah, you can gauge their replies like a fucking mood ring. Like if you've got three kisses back, you're all right. But if you've got 1, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's up with her now?
Yeah, but that could be okay. She's in a rush or something. Like you know, women, they don't rush shit. They've got to think it through. They could be taking 2-3 hours to think about what they're going to text back. But once you're deep into a relationship, like me and Shell's over 5 years now, she don't think about that shit. It's just if she's in a rush, it's a quick boom. Or she might even miss them one time. And
I was just gonna say, have you got any texting like pet hates? Like when, let's say, she's read your message and then not replied. Like you've got the 2 blue ticks. Are you like,
okay?
That
so
grates on me.
This was one of my big pet hates. This used to drive me crazy when I text anybody, and you see that they've read it and didn't put a reply. Because in my head, I'm like, that means that I'm bottom of your fucking priority list. If I open your message and I'm busy at this moment, I'll text you, say, sorry, bud, give me half hour, give me an hour, I'll get back to you. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So it pisses me off if somebody opens it. I'm lucky that my missus never does that. She just doesn't open the fucking message if she's busy.
Just ignores it altogether.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, she's busy then. 2-3 hours later, she hasn't opened it. She's busy, but I can see her on social media. She's online. Does that mean social media is more important than my fucking text message?
Yes. No, I'm still like that. Like you're saying, you were like, I'm still like, if I message my lady and I get 2 blue ticks and then I go, I'm like, oh right, fuck off. So I go on Facebook and then I see her name, so I click on it and green light. Man, you fucking take. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, do you ever send her a rant then? What the fuck? Send you a message, you opened it, you haven't even replied, but you got time to see her on fucking social media. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? How many people's pictures have you liked?
Listen, I'll be straight with you. I've kicked off about it before, and she said, this is a classic, and this is where I'm going to call everybody out on absolute bullshit because I checked with Facebook. When it says active online, no, it doesn't mean you were active 10 minutes ago. It doesn't mean you were active 5 minutes ago. If that green light is on, you are active exactly right now, this fucking second. I've checked with people at Facebook. I messaged, I swear to God, I went that far. And I was like, this is bollocks because it's 2022. That little green thing isn't from fucking 1990 where it's like, oh, worthy online.
Can I just say one thing? I've tested this. I've been with somebody online. They've gone offline. They're offline. I'm there with them. Their phone's off, and I look, and the little green light's on, and I'm like, "Fuck!" So maybe it's a lag. Maybe it's bad internet. Maybe
what phone was it?
Sorry.
What phone was it?
Oh, it's iPhone. I can't remember. It might have been something to do with the internet.
Oh, the controversy.
But yeah, so that fucked my head. That was a whole shit. Do I need to apologize to 50,000 people that I rented it in the past? Or is that no? Fuck that. Yeah, because there are shitty people. There was fucking around anyway, so there's no need to apologize to shitty. Yeah, but now I've grown a lot. I
haven't. No,
you know, I trust Shell 100%. Like I've seen.
It's not trust. Like it's not. It's not that for me. It's I need the attention. So like it'll be as petty as this. She'll go out on a night out, and she has quite a few regular nights out. And I'm not one for going clubbing and all that sort of shit. But if she wants to go, fuck off, go do it, have fun. So I'll text her. Look, I'm going to bed now, babe. Really hope you have a good night. Message me. Don't care what time you're getting in. Just message me so I know you're in. So when I wake up, I don't care if you're going at home at 3 a.m. or 6 a.m. I just need to know you're home. Yeah. Then if I don't get that message, but then I go over to Snapchat and it's shots, this, shots, dancing, shots, this, shots, that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't get that fucking text message that I know that you're home okay. Yeah, we got a fucking problem. We've got a fucking problem. Because you can't even say, I didn't even have my phone on all night, babe. You did because you fucking vlogged the night on Snapchat.
Oh, mate, I've been there and I was exactly the same. Probably 20 times worse. But that's because they were shitty people giving me all the reasons that I needed to be shitty. That was crappy people. Now with Shell, she's the perfect match for me. Like if she doesn't reply to me, it's not because I'm not priority or not because anything. Do you know what? I say she's like Alice in Wonderland because she's white rabbits everywhere. She gets so distracted, she's off on something else that's forgotten. It's cool. I know what she's like now, and it doesn't mean I'm not priority. It doesn't mean that she's ignoring me. It doesn't mean anything. It means she got fucking distracted, and now She's gone to Leicester today. She's putting up the Christmas tree at her dad's. So that's a boom, fucking white rabbits everywhere. She's occupied 6 hours straight.
Like a
I'm not getting
magpie with all the shiny things.
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting a reply tonight. It's too many shiny objects. There's just ooh.
Yeah. I'm just insecure, Dean. I'm just insecure. That's all it is. So
mate, I was probably the most insecure person there is, and because I surrounded myself with shitty people, and I didn't believe I deserved better. You know what I mean? When people are up to shit all the time, you start to. It's like you're trying to look for them. You're trying to catch them out, and if you look hard enough, you'll find it there.
Yeah.
Whether it's there or not. In your head, you'll believe it. It's not a nice place to be, seriously.
Yeah.
So you just build with each other, gain each other's trust, and if you
trust her, but it just pisses me off.
Yeah, I think you just need a little more time to accept her as her, and if she's a good person and you trust her, you got nothing to fucking worry about you.
Yeah, fuck that. She needs to text me. Fuck that. Yeah. Anyway, right.
Well, you're gonna punch your fucking face in.
I was just gonna segue to the next text, and you're like, beat her up, fuck her.
So, should I tell you my quick story? Because we've got to emojis, and it triggered me off again. So basically, this is a text from Shell's dad to Shell, my girlfriend. So, father to daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, dad is a retired doctor, very respectable man. He's 86 years old now, so he's old school.
Mm-hmm.
He's only just worked out phones and stuff. So Shell's going over for dinner, and according Pop is making dinner, and he says to Shell, "Would you like some?" and an emoji of a, you know what I'm going to say,
eggplant,
aubergine.
Oh yeah, close enough.
Yeah. So Shell sat there, and she gets this text message: "Would you like some big fat aubergine?"
Would you like some dick with your dinner?
I'm like, who the fuck is sending you a big dick pic? Would you like some fat dick? She just burst out laughing. I burst out laughing. Now the thing's going around the whole family. Everyone's laughing. Poor dad has no idea that the younger generation uses the aubergine as a dick emoji.
Yeah.
How did it even become a dick emoji? Because I'm with Pop here. To me, it's a fucking vegetable.
I bet he was there and he's like, do you know what? I'm going to use one of these little picture things. They've got the aubergine. I'm going to put that. I bet he was so proud that he found the right one. Yeah, I'm going to send this.
This curried aubergine is delicious as well. So he's so proud he found the little emoji. So that was Shell's father to daughter incest text.
Yeah, do you want some dick with your dinner? Delicious.
He doesn't know yet. We haven't got the heart to tell him. How do you tell an 86-year-old man?
I'll do it. We'll get him on as a guest. I'll tell him about why are you sending dicks to your daughter, bro.
He'd be horrified.
Right. This must be between two siblings about a grandparent. Well, about a grandma. Okay. Grandma just flashed her boob at dinner. She was trying to fix her bra, and her whole boob was out on the table. I'm mortified. Sibling replied, "Ooh, which one?" I don't know. The right one. I meant which grandma.
Oh my God.
Like either of that matters, unless one's like got some really big knockers and she's just like pulled them out on the table, or one's just got some little tiny one. Do you know, that's what, I don't know. I'm just being a bit weird with it now.
Well, maybe one's dangling a lot lower than the other, so he wants to know which one flopped out.
Oh, yeah.
Would you still have your appetite to eat your dinner after Grandma's tilly flopped out?
Nothing's stopping me eating.
Would you have a glass of milk with dinner after Grandma's tilly flopped out?
Well, I don't think she's lactating.
No, but if it's just there.
I mean, who has milk with dinner? I've never had milk.
saying a bit of goat's milk is good for you.
Is she the
But
goat?
if she give you the glass of milk as a tit for tat, come by,
Oh,
suck on it.
mate,
Suck on it.
why? Oh, and a goat's milk, like it's thick.
I think I would probably be traumatized for an extremely long time if I could never get that out of my head.
You've just
I don't think
traumatized me.
I could never eat dinner with grandma ever again.
It doesn't even say if it was like a family setting or if this is in a restaurant.
No.
Can I be moved?
Oh shit! Imagine you're in a restaurant, the table in front of you, as you're about to suckle on your goat's milk.
Right. Well,
Let's move on.
It's getting weird, so I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. Right, this is mum to son. Mum first. Did you put my towels in the dryer last night, son? Yeah. Mum. Oh man, you're the best kid that I didn't want but had anyway.
Mm. Uh, Mother of the Year award. Why would you ever say that to a child? Like, even jokingly, you're putting that into their head that they was never ever wanted. What the fucking kind of trauma are you putting into his subconsciousness?
I'm thinking this may be American because it's mom, MOM. That is American, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. I know English that do mom and mum.
What do you say?
We was told mum, but if somebody says mom,
MUM.
MUM.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see nothing wrong as MOM. I think that's more of a correct spelling, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I should work on my accents.
But then you might be right if she's American and she's like deep Southern. They might have had like 20 kids and she tried to kill half of them. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll save you, Dean. We'll go to the next one. It's fine. Right. So this is a father and a son, and they're texting back and forth, I presume, in a church.
In a church? What? Why do you presume that? It doesn't say that.
He kind of does. It kind of does. You
Okay.
ready? This is Dad. This is the fourth time you've ran to the bathroom this mass. Are you okay? No, I'm hungover as fuck, Dad. Dad. Are you throwing up at church? Son. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Dad. You need Jesus in your life. Get back out here.
What the fuck?
Mate, you just wouldn't go, would you? If you were that hungover, you were throwing up, you'd be like, nah.
Well, you know, yeah, you're exactly right. But what kind of family is it? They might be like really into religion, and you cannot miss 1 week from church, and you got to sit mass, and you got to confess your sins, and if you don't, you're gonna burn in hell.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like Dad's kicking off. Like he's put, no, I'm hungover as fuck, Dad, and he's put, are you throwing up at church? And then he's like, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned, like taking a piss about it. And then his dad's like, you need Jesus in your life. Get back out here. To me, that could have been very like just playful father-son shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's not like having a go at him for swearing or his shitty behavior to get pissed or anything like that. Like, it's a bit confusing, that one. Like, why?
Would you go to church hungover?
No, I wouldn't go to church. Once I went in there and I started blistering up my skin started blistering and stuff. I don't, you know what? I'm not against any religion. I'm not very religious myself at all.
Same.
But when I go into, say, like a Christian or Catholic church, I find the whole atmosphere to be very depressing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a child being told off, sit there, be quiet, and it's all very, very cold and just, I don't like it.
To me, it's like you don't fit in.
Yeah.
It's like I've got a lot of Muslim friends, and I've met some of my mates outside mosques and stuff, and they're very, very like community orientated. If you like stood outside a mosque, you know, after they've done, I'm not sure what the ceremony is, but what they, you know, their prayer and stuff, they'll come over and you can chat to them about anything. Do you know what I mean? And it's all
Yeah,
like
yeah.
integration and community. You go to a fucking church and they're
Mm,
all like 50 plus in age. It's rare nowadays that you get anybody in the 20s and 30s in a church.
yeah.
And they just don't want to speak to you. They don't want nothing to do with you.
Well, I think the really strict Catholics are the worst, because if you disagree with anything, you're going to burn in hell. They're very strict,
Very much.
very fucking. They're just fucking cunt. And if you go to go to America or something, and Christians, like, I always see it in the movies, and that you got like a black community of Christians, and you go into their church and they're all singing, it's all
Oh, gospels.
colourful,
Oh, I love that, man. I love
fucking
that.
happy. That I want to be
Yeah.
in an environment like that.
I'd
That's
love go there.
uplifting. Yeah, that's uplifting. That's happy. Or if I go, I don't know, somewhere eastern Thailand, anywhere like that, in the Buddhist monks in their anywhere there, I just find it so peaceful, so relaxing, so lovely, so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the churches in England, I just it's not for me.
It's if you like watch a lot of films like me, it's like in America, you can go into any church at any time and just sit in the pew or the stall or whatever they're called and pray and all that. Over here, they're all locked up.
Yeah,
They're only open Sundays and that's it. I mean,
yeah.
if anybody else knows a church that you can fucking wander into midweek, midday, like, let me know, because round here, every church doors are always closed. They're not open to community. They'll be first one out on the bloody doors when the roof's fucked. Can you give us some money? Can you give us some money? But the doors are locked like 6 days of the week.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not for churches in the UK. It's not for me.
Are yours all locked up?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't normally try the doors to go in them, but they
No,
all
but the
look.
doors, yeah, they all look like they're not opening and inviting, are they?
No, no.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's the last of my texts.
Ah,
But we did promise everybody that we'd give them some advice on how to be as healthy as you, Dean.
how to build an extremely
So, yeah,
super immune system.
let's start off with some basics. So, if you could advise people, because I'm going to break these up to some TikToks as well. So, if you can give us in 60 seconds your best sort of power foods that people should be eating, not just if they're ill to help get them out of being ill, but
Mhm.
what you'd recommend, throughout the week, not necessarily, oh, you've got to have these every single day, but, broken up through the week. What would those foods be?
Okay, then. So every food you eat, you want it to be as most nutritionally dense, packed with nutrients as possible.
Big
So
Mac.
not necessarily a Big
Okay.
Mac. That's packed with calories, not so many nutrients.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so really nutrient dense foods. Things like top of the list would be, say, shellfish like oysters, mussels, things like that, because they are packed with vitamins and minerals. Lots of zinc.
Right.
Zinc is one of the best things, one for boosting testosterone, but secondly, to really push and boost your immune system.
Ooh.
So if you're ever ill or run down,
Well, I bought some the other day, didn't I?
yeah, you want to prevent illness, zinc is the one. So things like shellfish are bang up there, one of the best things you can eat. Second to that is, not many people like it, and I used to hate it, but I've learned to like it, is organ meats like liver, because again, it's packed with nutrients and vitamins and minerals. Down from the list there, you're going to have like eggs, more so the yolk. People are scared to eat egg yolks because it has a little bit of cholesterol, but it has good cholesterol in it. It has a tiny bit of bad and more good cholesterol that gets rid of the bad cholesterol. So it cancels it out. You can eat as many eggs as you want if you're in good health, and it's only going to give you packed with so many vitamins and minerals. But it really depends on where what the chicken's been fed. If the chicken is free range and it's healthy, then that egg yolk's going to be packed with omega-3s.
This is good.
So secondly,
does it matter how the egg is cooked, Dean?
No, you can eat
Does
it
it need to be
anyway.
raw, or can they fry it?
Don't eat. I wouldn't eat raw eggs these days. You're probably not going to digest it as good as if it was cooked. And some of the eggs, because they're so bad, like you shouldn't be buying bag eggs. But if you do, I would make sure I cook them just in case
Yeah.
you'd make yourself sick. But yeah, good eggs packed with omega-3 and zinc, I said, was number one. Omega-3 is number two to really help to boost your immune system, and it's a massive anti-inflammatory in your body. So a lot of diseases are caused from being inflamed. Yeah. So it's massively going to help you get that out. So you have omega-3s, you have omega-6s, 7s, 9s. 6, 7, and 9s you're going to get through a lot of seeds and vegetables. They will inflame you. So you need to have a lot more omega-3 than you do at 6, 7, 9. Next food, salmon. Salmon is one of the best. Again, it's packed with omega-3s. So again, depending on where the fish has come from, is this wild salmon or is it farmed salmon? Because wild salmon is packed with omega-3, because that salmon is up the rivers all the time. It's in fresh running water, so it's one of the fish with the least amount of metal toxic.
It's the same as your free range and battered chickens all over again, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah, but as in fish, like you're eating tuna and stuff like that in the deep seas. There's so much plastic in the oceans now. These fish are consuming that, and the toxicity of the metal can make you sick if you eat something like too much tuna. So the salmon, it's in fresh water. It's going to have hardly any poisonous metals, and it's packed with omega-3 because it's eating all the algae and small fish, and it's amazing at converting into omega-3. So when you eat something like chia seeds, which they say is packed full of omega-3, it's actually the precursor of omega-3. So your body has to take it and then make it into omega-3, and you're only going to do about 2% of what you actually consume from things like chia seeds and vegetables, avocados. So you'd have to eat probably like a kilo of chia seed to get the amount of omega-3. So you're much better having something like salmon. The alternative farmed version of salmon is going to be very poor compared to wild, as in they feed it pellets, they force feed them, they pack so many into a very small amount of water. So these fish are not in the best health, and they feed them these crappy pellets and stuff. So the omega-3 in the salmon of farm salmon is not even a fraction of what you're going to get from wild salmon. And that would be the
for
same
a lot of people, it's going to come down to essentially budget, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, unfortunately, to get the best foods are always going to be expensive. But if you really care about your health, then
there's some really, really interesting ones that you've just mentioned, because obviously, like we don't rehearse these podcasts and things like that. We have a couple of little talking points that we're going to mention. But it's nice that you've mentioned things like oysters and salmon, because most people will be thinking you're going to be mentioning like broccoli and asparagus and an orange for the vitamin C.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got a really good list of 5 things there. What about supplementation? And if you can do this in order of importance, not budget. So and then we'll do a sort of a budget version of that after, if that's okay. So if you could do, I don't know, let's say a top 5 of multivitamins.
Okay, then. So it's always going to be better off getting your vitamins and minerals through actual food, the best food you can possibly can. You're going to absorb a lot more of it because it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Some of the supplements on the market are atrocious. As in like vitamin tablets and stuff. They will put sweeteners in it. They even put sugars in them to make them taste nice. And even the coloring in some of them to make them more desirable are actually poisons to our body. So they get a vitamin to make you healthy and put a poison in it to make it look good, which makes no sense whatsoever. They do not give a fuck about your health. All they care about is how many they can sell and how much money they can make. Some companies actually want to give a good product. And
name some brands before you name the supplements. What are the brands that they should be looking out for?
It's tough because like something like Solgar is known as a really good brand, but
Yeah.
it's owned by another brand by a brand who owns lots of brands who don't really care about your health. But that is like one that's known to, when you get it tested, it's actually got what it says in the bottle,
Yeah.
and they usually use higher dosages. So it can be confusing. You can go
Yeah.
into Aldi or something and buy a tub of vitamin C, and it says 1,000 milligram, whatever it's supposed to be, or you can get a tub like it's 1,000 milligram of tablets, and it's going to cost you like £10. Or you can get a pot that has like 100 milligrams, and it costs you £1 or £2. You really
Yeah.
need to look at the dosages that they're putting into it, and if they're consistent and being truthful, and the colorings and all the rest of it. Like I
And if you
say,
need that much.
yeah. So just to name a few, for immune system, I always use this stack. If I feel a little rundown, I would take vitamin C, zinc, omega-3. I will have shots glutamine and vitamin D3.
Yeah.
So between all of those are going to massively boost the immune system. So to supplement, especially in the winter, a lot of people getting colds because of the lack of sunlight. They're usually vitamin D3 deficient, which you will get from sunlight, and you'll get it from really good egg yolks and fish. So if you're not having these in your diet, you're probably deficient. And D3 is not an actual vitamin, it's a hormone in your body, and it does so many things in your body. One of the main factors is it really pushes and helps your immune system. So always supplement on extra D3. But people would say, oh, just have one tablet a day. Like I said, it could be 100 milligram, it could be 500, it could be 1,000 milligram. You want to be having like 3,000 to 5,000 milligram a day. And if you're ill, you could even push that up to like 10,000, and it's not going to do you any harm over a short periods of time.
Is that a lot of calories?
No calories. So it's D3 is a must. Vitamin C, we all know how important vitamin C is for immune system, and it's always pushed out there in like citrus fruits and things like that. But you can always supplement on your vitamin C because that's really going to push and help your immune system. If you're eating things like a lot of sugar in your diet, sugar will stop a lot of the absorption of things like vitamin C. So you may become deficient on things like vitamin C if there's a lot of sugar in your diet. Sugar is a poison to your body. You should never consume it if you want to be healthy. But
that's his opinion. I love sugar.
It tastes good. Zinc goes really well with vitamin C. You'll get a lot of vitamin C tablets, which is combined with zinc. So that's a great one to have. So omega-3, vitamin C, zinc, glutamine. Glutamine is an amino acid. It's a non-essential amino acid. So that means your body can make it. The thing is with glutamine is your muscles, out of all the aminos that your muscles store, glutamine is about 60% of all of them. And your body needs so much glutamine because your body's constantly using it. Whenever you're stressed, you'll run down, you're releasing things like ammonia into your body. Glutamine's job is to go around, it's one of its functions, to go around and pick up all the ammonia in your system and get it out. Ammonia will run your immune system down. So if you don't have enough glutamine in your body will then tap into other amino acids to make more glutamine, which those amino acids had other functions that you needed, especially if you're training, trying to build muscle.
Depleting and it
will take from them to get the glutamine. So if you keep your glutamine topped up, a lot of people say it's a bullshit supplement, it's waste of space for recovery. We're not using it for recovery, we're using it to help your immune system. And it really will help to boost the immune system.
I used to put it in my own homemade shakes, and I used to buy liquid L-carnitine as well. Oh, have you tried that? The liquid form. Oh, that was disgusting.
I think I may have, yeah.
It was like brown syrup.
Yes, yeah, nasty.
Yeah. But yes. Okay, so there are going to be people watching that will maybe year round, but maybe seasonal, will just take a multivitamin and a vitamin C. Do you have any concerns with people taking just an as their own brand multivitamin?
Yeah, because look at the multivitamin and what is in it. Because unless you actually got your bloods tested, you wouldn't really know exactly what your body needs.
Yeah.
Like again,
And what
sugar
you're
is number
deficient
one.
in. Yeah.
Stopping the absorption of, say, like a vitamin B1, which is a really important vitamin that gives you energy and many other functions. But if you're deficient in vitamin C, I mean,
Yeah.
in vitamin B1, there's so many symptoms that can come with that. You could be really lethargic, no energy, just because you don't have enough B1 in your system.
Yeah, it's like the iron injections. A lot of women have to have them quite regular. Is it B? What's the other one? There's another injection that women have, isn't there? Well, predominantly I know of females that have it.
Well, you see, especially like vegans, vegetarians, and stuff can be borderline anemic because you can get meats and stuff are packed with all the B vitamins that give you energy and a lot of other
Yeah.
functions. But if you become deficient in them, you can become borderline anemic,
Yeah.
and it could be lacking in iron, B vitamins. But it's not a good thing to have too much iron. Iron can really damage your system. So, I mean, most guys, especially if you eat meat, more so red meat, you most probably do not need to be taking iron. And if that builds up, that can cause many other problems. So, for women who have that time of the month, they lose blood constantly. So, it's good to top up things like iron
Replenish. Yeah.
and vitamin K, because vitamin K will help the blood to clot, things like that. It really helps when you're having a lot of blood loss. So women will need to look at these a little bit more than guys. But yeah, just eating
If
these really healthy foods will give you the vitamins that you need. But as we to answer your question of the multivitamin, is a lot of multivitamins are crap. They're underdosed in many vitamins, and they have other vitamins in there that you probably don't need. So
right,
I
there we
would
go.
go with, and there's nothing wrong with having a multivitamin as long as they're not building up. But if you're going to buy vitamins, get D3,
Get them
most important.
individually rather than, and then pick and
Yes.
choose what you need and when you think you need it, maybe.
Yeah, D3s, omega 3s, a bill of zinc, vitamin C.
Top
Brilliant.
ones.
Job's done. A B complex with all the B.
Obviously, you did mention about blood work, and we actually know. Is it Dr. Khan from Transform Now?
That's exactly his
There's a
name.
nice little plug there. So we were due to get him on my Williams Fitness channel quite some time ago because he had a bit of a spat doing podcasts, and Dean knows him quite well. Dean's had his blood work done with Dr. Khan. He's probably one of the best in the UK. He's based in Birmingham, isn't he?
Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah, and
I get regular
he's the
bloods with
biggest
him.
Asian dude I've ever seen. I didn't realize how tall he was. And then I
That's
seen him with like a lot of pro
fine.
athletes. And you're like, shit, like you and not just tall, but he's
He's
built.
a big guy, yeah. He used to do a
He's
lot of powerlifting, so like he's
yeah,
a
you can
big guy.
tell. You can tell,
Yeah.
yeah. But just because Dr. Khan deals with pro athletes doesn't mean that Joe Blogs can't go and get their blood work done. He had Ash. Ash, is it the Beast? Him who lost his little daughter.
Uh,
Ashley Kane, is it?
oh,
He was,
yeah.
yeah, he was there not so long ago because he's been doing a lot of marathons and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, he has a lot of celebrities there. He has a lot of pro athletes there, but he will do Joe Bloggs' blood from the street.
Yeah, I only
Not for
use
free.
Dr. Khan. I get my bloods done with him 2 to 4 times a year.
Yeah,
Um, and I always go to him because he specializes with athletes and he
yeah,
understands the difference what an athlete needs
yeah.
and athletes that take stuff. But yeah, he does a lot of celebrities and he does a lot of normal people. So I use him because he's brilliant. He goes through everything with me, and yeah, he's awesome.
So for the average Joe watching, and I've preached this a lot. But I think that everybody should have at least one annual blood work done. Even if whether you're training or not, whether you're sat in an office or not, I think to have it done at least once a year gives you an idea of where you're at in life and where you're at your level in life. Because you might be, in your early 20s and having a deficiency in something. You might be mid 50s and think, shit, like I need to double that dose of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just think of your body like a car. If you never ever service your car, it can break down on you anytime,
Oh,
and you
he's
don't
here.
even know it's coming.
This is why I love Dean. He's always got an analogy. He's got
But
an analogy for everything.
it's true, and if you never
Yeah,
change the oil and
it
you don't
is.
check your car, you don't check your engine, something boom, it breaks on you. All of a sudden, out the blue, you don't know.
Panicking. Yeah,
If
you're like,
you're
oh
getting
shit.
regular services on that car, the mechanic would say, "Oh, that's on its way out. That needs changing. We give it a nice clean oil change, make sure everything's working. That car will last you forever." So
If
it's the same as your body. You got to know exactly what's going on in your body.
yeah,
Your daily actions, the things you're putting into your body, are going to have an effect on it, whether it's good or bad, depending on what you're putting on it. So if you're putting crap into your system for years and years, and then boom, I become diabetic or heart attack, whatever the case,
yeah.
you can't just say, "Oh, it's because I turned
I
50." It's
I
one of
didn't
those
see
things.
that coming. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And diabetes is one of the biggest problems in America, and UK is not far behind
Yeah.
because of the amount of not just sugar but carbohydrates in people's diets. They put so much strain on the pancreas, and once your pancreas stops working, then you're diabetic. And that will also put strain on your liver and your gallbladder. Your liver has so many functions in your body. It's so important to have a healthy liver. Your gallbladder is what stores bile. So whenever you're eating good fats or any fats, your body releases bile to break down the fats. Now, a lot of really important vitamins, a good way to remember is ADEK, ADEK. Those vitamins are fat-soluble vitamins that you only absorb through fats. So if you don't produce enough bile, you can't break the fat down, so you cannot absorb those vitamins and you will become deficient, which will cause many other problems. So just diabetes alone will cause so many problems, and that's just from putting huge amounts of strain on your pancreas for years and years of eating too many carbs.
Yeah. I just want to point out to some people that what Dean means when he says people getting diabetes, there are two types. There's a type you are born with, and there's a type that you gift yourself by gluttony, by being greedy.
Type 1,
That's the only way
2.
to put it. There's no other way that you can get. Is it type 2 that's being a greedy?
I mean, type 1, you're born with that, and not many people have
your
that.
body's just not producing enough, so they have to physically inject insulin to get that sugar level up because it's not naturally happening, or they're passing out, so they have to eat a bit of a Mars bar or something to get that sugar up.
Yeah, so if your blood sugar gets too high or too low, it can be dangerous.
They're checking
you can die from it.
Yeah.
So I always say, like, if you was born, everything was working, you've created that illness.
Yeah,
you can
I agree.
You can undo it.
Yeah,
if you know what to do with time and hard work. But type 2 diabetes is just you basically overloading your pancreas and battering it for years, so it desensitizes and it doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
You can actually cure yourself from type 2 diabetes quite easily.
I wholeheartedly
But
agree.
not many people ever will. They'll just take drugs to stay alive.
Whilst we're on taking drugs, nice little transition here, taking drugs, and we've been on about multivitamins and stuff. A little bit on and off topic. What are your thoughts on? Because I wanted to do this, I mean, I was going to ask you sort of privately, but we're talking about it. There's a lot of the I'm not too sure what they're called. You know when they have like a cannula with the bag of the multivitamin.
Oh, you basically having a drip, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that done. Is it worth doing? Yes or no? It just looks like I'd walk out like I feel like $1 million.
Yes and no. I mean, I had it done. Me and Shell would do a lot of filming and stuff like that, video work, photography work. So there's this clinic that we work with. It's called the Active Clinic in Birmingham. Mm-hmm. They do more like cosmetic stuff, but they also do. They have a cryo chamber there. They have the big.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Called the big oxygen tank that you lie in the I can't see it. Hydrobaric chamber.
Oh, hyperbaric chamber. Yeah.
They got all sorts. They do like all kinds of different facials and rubs and things like that. They started doing those, the IV drips, and they are brilliant for, like I was mentioning earlier, people like vegans and stuff that slowly become deficient in
Yeah.
usually vitamin B12 is one of the biggest ones, omega-3, stuff like that. So they actually do drips designed depending on your blood work, what you need in it, and do different combinations where.
Oh, so they'll do your blood, check it, and then go right, and then it's sort of catered to what you actually need. Not
Well,
it's not just like a generic.
they do a couple of different packages. My battery's running low. I didn't plug it in. Naughty of me. They do a couple of packages depending on what you need. So the one will be like vitamin B12 in it. It will have, like the normal what the hospital would give you if you're dehydrated, and it have all the electrolytes
Right,
in
yeah.
it. So you come out if you feel your diet's not good and you feel you are deficient in these, you'll come out, you'll feel great.
Yeah.
If you eat clean and healthy,
Is
like
it
me,
expensive?
I'm not sure what they charge. We did the video for it, and that's how I got my one done because I had to be the model, and I didn't. I had no choice. They just my missus like didn't do it. It's like shoving needles in my arm. I'm like I didn't opt for this.
Yeah, like you're not used to it.
Well, not in my arms, in my veins. Like last time, they do micro needling on the face. Have you seen that?
That looks disgusting, man. It's like a massacre.
Yeah. So you stick these tiny needles into your face, like thousands of them. It's supposed to make your skin produce more collagen,
Collagen, yeah. My
so
my
you look
girlfriend's
more
mum had it done,
youthful.
and she sent me a picture, and it looked like she'd just been shanked up 1,000 times all in her face. It looked fucking
Oh,
awful.
yeah. So anyway, we need to film that one, and we haven't got a model today. She was like, "Dina, do it." I'm like, what? What am I doing? Oh, just lie down. It's fine. It's just a little facial. It's the only way I can describe it. It's this pen that reminds me of a tattoo pen. So these tiny needles are up and down, up and down. So they're shoving these needles into your face without the ink. It's the same as a tattoo. So there are some sensitive areas like your
Oh, I
nose
can
and
imagine, yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying not to cry because they're filming me with it. And I didn't fucking ask for this. I don't want for this. I don't sign up for this shit. I'm the cameraman. Why are you shoving needles into my face? It was disgusting.
Do you
But
think she wanted other treatments, but she needed you to do the
yeah.
fucked up ones so she
Oh
could get the
yeah.
other freebies?
Yeah, she had all the nice facial rubs and all the
Well played,
fucking
well
beauty
played, Shell.
bullshit.
I
But
salute
yeah,
you,
go back to the UV drip. If you got a bit of a shitty diet, then yeah, it's worth having. If
yeah.
you eat good and you feel great, it's just a rip off.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
just no
that's my
point.
opinion.
Yeah. Well,
Vegans, I'll
it's
definitely
not
go
it's not
for
a
it.
rip off if you're eating healthy. It's just not needed for you.
Yeah, it's pointless. It's a waste
Yeah.
of time because you're putting in stuff that your really body doesn't need. It's already there, and it's not cheap. Do you know what I mean? So if you are paying that money for it
I'm
for
tempted
no
to go. I
need,
am.
mm,
But in my head, I've got this feeling that remember the first time you had an energy drink?
no.
I just for me, I don't know why. I just feel like I'd go in, I'll have this drip, and I'll sit there, and it'll be really relaxing. It'll be nice music, and I'll have a little drink or a little beverage. You know what I mean? And I'll come out, and I'll just feel like yes.
He's like Captain America going into
Yeah,
super soldier serum and
yes,
coming out
yeah.
six
That's
foot
it. That
four,
in
fucking
my
muscles
head.
ripped.
Ah! I mean, not ripped, but like that feeling like I could take on the world from having this fucking IV drip. That's I see people like I've seen Steve Cook and a few like fitness celebrities having it done. And I'm thinking, and they walk out like they're drinking like wheatgrass, some green shit, and do you know what I mean? And it's just like they just look like full of beans. But I'm thinking, are they just like that anyway, or is it that?
You're not going to commit. If you are, it's in your head. It's just some
Placebo.
vitamins and yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You've ruined it.
you're dissing wheatgrass there. I mean, my little foods earlier was the most nutrient dense, but I kind of missed out all the vegetables. There are lots of herbs and vegetables that are extremely good for your health and immune system. You know, garlic, ginger, turmeric, all these things are brilliant. You want to be getting
Turmeric.
them. So turmeric's great, but you absorb it better. It's the cucumber, I think it's called. I can't see it in the turmeric that has the massive health benefits. But if you have a little bit of black pepper with the turmeric, you absorb it a lot better. So there's your little health tip of the day. I chuck them all in my smoothies, but most vegetables obviously are packed with different vitamins and minerals. So it's important to get a good diversity of vegetables, plants. So one thing I missed off is 60% of your immune system is in your gut. And you also have about 39 trillion different bacteria in your gut, your microbiome. And these can be good bacteria and bad bacteria. When the bad bacteria override the good, you start to get sick and have all kinds of problems. So you need to feed the good bacteria. They eat fiber. You only get fiber from plants. And when I say plant, it could be a fruit, it could be a vegetable, it could be leaves, it could be anything that grows.
A fibrous carb, I call them.
Yeah, so every good bacteria likes different kinds of fiber. So every plant produces a different kind of fiber. So the key to a really good gut is to have diversity of plants into your diet. At least 30 different plants a week would be great to have a sufficient gut. I calculated mine and I hit 54.
54 fucking plants. Dean, shut up. Who's eating 54 plants? Right, how many? No, right, go back. How many was the first number? 30, did you say?
30.
We've got to eat 30 plants, 30 different types of plants in a week for a good, healthy gut to stay immune. And oysters and salmon and dude and caviar. Like, I haven't even got time. I haven't even got time to go and find 30 different fucking plants, let alone cook and eat them.
I couldn't name 30 on the spot, and when I counted them all up, I hit 54. I was amazed. But what you got to ask yourself
as well.
You got a plant is anything that grows in it. So
I know, but to me, a plant is like fucking carrots and potatoes and
any plant. So I'm talking herbs and spices and stuff. They all grow. So everything I put into my smoothie, every single different one counts.
What he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, is season it more.
You mean chucking dill, chucking mint, everything you can. I chuck it all in there.
So you're not just saying like you've got this massive fucking farmer's table covered in 50 different vegetables. You're talking.
I eat a lot of vegetables.
You're talking the seasonings, the sprinkles.
Yeah, as many different
garnish.
Ones. They all have different vitamins, different health benefits. Good to get them all in.
I thought you were like trying to get people to eat 50 different vegetables a week. Right. Okay.
Do you know how many edible plants we know of on the planet?
54.
300,000 that they know of. They're edible plants.
Some poor twat has had to eat them and to see if what happens.
If they didn't die.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, like, there's a massive controversy and people saying plants are bad for you, people saying they're good for you. There's so much good in many plants, but a lot of plants have their own protection. They're like poisonous to us.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you upset stomach, stuff like that. So I like to think we're smarter than plants. Say something like quinoa. The coating of quinoa is poisonous to us, and it will stop you from digesting it. You're just going to give you bad gut, shit it out, and it's going to be painful. So soak it, ferment it, cook it. However you want to do it, you can break that down, get rid of the bad, and take the good. You're just going to be smarter than a plant. If you're going to go around eating everything, go around eating everything raw, you're going to eat a lot of poisonous shit that's going to give you a lot of inflammation in the gut and hurt you.
Yeah.
So you need
there are some things that you can't cook because it fucks up not just the taste, but what it actually provides as well.
Yeah, so you can ferment those foods and let it naturally break down, and you're going to get so much more good bacteria from doing that.
Yeah.
Like raw cabbage, things like that, break it all down. Them are brilliant for you. But yeah, a lot of them, the more you cook it and the hotter it is, the more you're going to destroy the goodness in it. But the easier you'll digest it. So it's getting that nice media on it.
Yeah, 100%. So, Dean, we need more interaction on our TikTok page. Do you want to offer a shout out for some Q&As on anything to do with health and nutrition?
I'm up for it. You got any questions about health? I mean, I specialize in trying to stay healthy, and I used to specialize in looking good. Two completely different things. I obviously was a bodybuilder for a long time. The most unhealthy thing I ever did in my fucking life. But I learned how to look fucking good. After I did that, I learned how to be as healthy as possible. So now I combine the two and try and look as good as I possibly can, as well as staying as healthy as I can. So if you have any questions about just
when he says look good, he means aesthetically. With physique. He's not saying he's a supermodel. I just don't want people jumping in the comments going, oh, he thinks he's Brad Pitt. No, he means from an aesthetic mind.
I mean, are you
bodybuilding
really healthy? And I look after myself. So
I'm not saying you're ugly either. That came
beautiful modeling skin. But I was dealt with the fuck ugly look. I smacked every fucking ugly branch on the way down.
It like that. I just didn't want you get trolled.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you jumped in.
I'm sorry.
So and my physique, what I build it to be the best in Britain 4 times, is not most people's cup of tea. So you may look at that and say, "You ugly fuck, that's disgusting." And I agree with it.
Some women hate it. Yeah,
awesomely disgusting. But I know I can teach you exactly how to look good just on the beach, the bikini look, just get your abs out, whatever look you want. I know how to get it. So yeah, chuck your questions in. If I can help in any way, I'll be happy to.
And there you go. So if you want any nutrition advice or training, physique, etc., or you want us to talk about any topics specifically from TikTok on our podcast on YouTube, just drop your comments below and we'll be happy to answer any of them. Also, if you've got any funny stories, I'm going to set up this week an email address that me and Dean will have access to. So you can literally write out your stories. Please put in the subject anonymous or your name. And that was exactly how we're going to read it out. If you don't put anonymous, we will read your name and that will make it even funnier. Yeah. And for the first 10 that we get in, we will tag you on TikTok also. So we will give you a cheeky little shout out when we've recorded it, and we will give you our opinion on your fucked up life story.
Oh, yes. I mean, not just looking good as well. I'm more into if you just want to be healthy or even mental health, anything like that. But the funny stories come first. We want the funny shit, the fucked up shit.
We do.
And if you want it,
or if it's let us know. If you're just telling us a story for us to laugh at, we'll do that. But is it a story that you want help and advice with? We can offer that as well. We're not saying it's the right advice or the best advice, but we'll try and we'll do our best because this is the Pointless Podcast.
The Pointless Podcast.
I think that's where we'll call it a night, Dean. Dean, the protein laziac.
Lazy ass.
I did not. No, that wasn't me. That's what that's what Shell is saying, not me. I did not say lazy ass. You need to text her and make sure you put your 3 kisses.
She always gets the 3.
Randomly send her the letter K. So she's like, what the fuck? Dean's thinking,
who's that for?
Yeah. You've got the wrong person. Do you want beef tonight at 6 p.m.? Forgive me, Dean. I have sinned. And on that note, guys, I've been me. Dean's been him. You've been you. Peace.
Peace out.